Hey, Mr. Mateo, thank you for class today. Your questions were right on point. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. I just wanted to go over that one story that we did not get to answer, or the question. Let's see, how did it go? The story that when we asked the question, you didn't get to answer all of them. All you have to do is just answer these questions. You got a few more. Let's see. It says we went over how I'm going to say Frederick Douglass. That wasn't who we went over today. His name is Thomas Edison. How he created the phonograph, and that wasn't only one. That was not his only invention, or he invented the phonograph. It told that he was deaf. So you answer all the who, what, when, where, why, and how. That means that you're continually learning, you're continually listening. I did try to find that sonic train. So far, the pictures still have it on a track, so I know that's not what you're looking for. So I can ask you some who, what, when, where, why, and how questions regarding the sonic train. If you so happen to find it before I do, thumbs up, virtual high five with sound effects. Well, make sure that you send me the link, and I will definitely read it or definitely listen to it for you, okay? And then I can ask you my personal who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. Okay, so it says, despite his hearing loss, Edison went on to invent many things. His favorite was the phonograph. Edison tested it once it was built. He spoke into the mouth of the machine. He said, Mary had a little lamb. The machine played back the words that he spoke. Now, how could Edison build a sound machine if he was deaf? He had a trick. He pressed his ear up to the machine to feel it vibrate. Okay? So Edison could have had an operation so he could hear again, but he chose not to. He said that being deaf helped him. He said it let him think better. Outside noises did not distract him at work, and that was another part of his genius. And one of the things that I liked about your question, which was the how do I stop um what is it called? What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? Creative writing. How do I stop creative writing? And I don't know whether you mean like stop having a class with mzjanis, that type of stop. And so, and if that was it, then you have to talk to your mom, and then or how do I stop being a creative writer? And that question I already explained is going to be very hard for you to stop being creative at anything, let alone writing, because you are a creative person. You're very wise up here. What we're trying to get you to do is to remember that the, everything in life builds up and can get answered if you ask the question who, what, when, where, why, and how. Just like the questions for that part of the lesson, it says the phonograph was Edison's, so that will be only invention, first invention, last invention, or favorite invention. So that was in the story. Edison's phonograph, A, did not work. B, helped Mary. C, made words louder. D, repeated his words. So if you notice that even in the questions, they're asking who, what, when, where, why, and how. And I need for you to remember that listening and comprehension plays a big role as a writer, because writing is more than just words. It's about experiences put on paper. And when you were explaining that to me, I was like totally blown away, because when I asked you, like you sort of asked me, like, what did that mean? And I said, well, did you go outside this week? And you said, no. And then as I was telling you, asking you a question, you said, oh, yeah, I did go outside. But the question to you was, how did you know, why didn't you go outside? And you said, because it was raining. And then I said, how did you feel when you could not go outside? And you said, I felt sad. And then I responded with, because now I'm like, I don't want you to be sad. So what I did was I sang this little quick song, or made this quick statement: rain, rain, go away. Let Mr. Mateo go outside today, like that. And then they put a smile on your face, because I'm like trying to stop the rain just so that you can be happy. So that's how it works. You allowed me, even though it wasn't in writing, but you allowed me to experience something that you were going through because I was listening to what you said, who, what, when, where, why, and how. Even though it was a quick statement, it was an effective statement. Okay. All right. So Edison could not hear, but excuse me, Edison could hear by pressing his ear to, and it said a paper clip. I'm sorry, that kind of giving it away that that's not the answer, but anyway, another person, a hearing aid, the phonograph. The next one, Edison did not have an ear operation because he had no choice, chose not to, was afraid, or was too busy. And I like how you responded when I was reading the story. You said, who would choose not to have an ear operation? Or who would choose not to hear? That's what you said. Who would choose not to hear? But then when I read a little bit further, it explained how he felt as he couldn't hear. It basically helped, right? Okay, so Edison said that being deaf, oh, okay, hurt him, but you already answered this, and so it's okay. Annoyed him, made him tired, or aided him. And you said aided him. So that's all we had to review because you have to answer those questions. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to answer them again and write them down. That's it. You just have to answer those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions and write the answers down. All right. You have a great evening with your mom and family and awesome hangout time. I will talk to your mom though to see if we have class next week because it is okay to have class. I'll be here if you're going if your mom says yes. And I believe it's Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving. Okay. Talk to you later. Be encouraged.